Baruch Hashem.
29th of December, Pele Yoetz.
Oh, let's see. What's the date today? Huff Hey Tavis. 25th of Tavis. Yom Revi. Ezrat Hashem. Parshas Va'era.
Page 180, last
Right.
paragraph, right?
We're on page 180, the last paragraph of the page.
Okay,
A
I'll
person
start.
is not allowed.
All right, I'll start.
He's not allowed.
Morning, Lou.
Good morning, Alan. How are you?
Baruch Hashem. You?
Okay. Pele Yoetz. Page 180.
Nichush.
Oh. No, we did Nichush.
Yeah, we finished Nichush.
We finished Nichush. And now we're up to a person is not allowed. So, Alan, would you like to read for us?
Sure, no problem. The person is not allowed to corrupt justice. As it says in Vayikra, you shall not pervert justice. This is not limited to a judge, but includes every man in his relationship to his wife, children, servants, and all those individuals who are subservient to him. If they have a genuine, legitimate claim for not fulfilling his wishes, then it's improper for him to be angry with them, to shame them, or to blaspheme them, as is a practice of many irate people. As is written, if I will be disgusted by the judgment of my servant and maidservant in their quarrel with me, then what shall I do when Hashem arises? When he takes into account, what shall I answer?
Wow, another pasuk in Eov. Let's see this pasuk over here. Pasuk in Eov Lamed Aleph Yud Gimel. Im emas mishpat avdi. Yamasi. Ribon imodi. Uma ese. Hiakum keo. He of code. Mashi benu. So this is really saying that it's going to be good for us if we don't get too upset and don't get too angry or lash out at people that are subservient to us. My servant, my maidservant, and because then mida keneged mida, tit for tats. Well, here comes Mayor. I have to ask him how did he manage to get his name on the thing over there? What was the secret? And when we do that, when we so to speak, don't get too angry at our servants, then Hashem will not get too angry about us when he takes account of us, and that'll be a excuse for us that we act with in a fair way and even don't get angry at people that are supposed to serve us.
What's the phrase he uses in the morning? Manucha hanefesh.
Menuchas hanefesh,
right? Keep calm, keep your soul
right?
calm.
The nefesh. That's the seat of the emotions and the feelings, and that is if it's a menucha, so it's calm. Nothing. Why is it calm? Why is it calm? Because everything is bahashgacha. Everything is under control. There's really no such thing which is out of control. To say that there's something out of control is a bit of kfira. Everything is under Hashem's control. And usually we get bent out of shape because we think that something's out of control. Something's not the way it's supposed to be. But 1 second, I listen to the life of Bin Tachin, and I know that there's no such thing as something being out of control. So that's the beautiful thing, that even if our first emotion is to become upset or angry or resentful or want to lash out, but we catch ourselves and we say, but 1 second here, that's not what I learned on the life of Bitachon. Everything is good. Everything is gewaldig. Everything is amazing. Everything is chesed and rachamim. And that's why, and if we know that and believe that, then that's why we won't be disgusted by what our servant did to us, or we won't quarrel with our maidservants. And then when Hashem takes his account of us in our service of him, he says, "Oh, I see that you act with equanimity. Is that the right word? You take it all in stride when what people do to you, and so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same with you. I'm going to treat you with chesed and rachamim." Okay. Okay, a round of applause for page 180. Well done. Baruch Hashem. And now we start on the top of page 181. It is prohibited. Please, Lou, read for us.
It is prohibited to demand payment of a debt from someone who a person knows does not have the ability to pay. It is even forbidden to pass before him, lest he think the creditor is coming to collect and will be afraid.
Wow.
It kind of seems out of place.
It's the main reason why it's here is because he should not say to the person, you owe me $1,000, you know that. So once he so that's speech which is not allowed. If you know that in any case that the person doesn't have the ability to pay you.
Does this have
and then
any
once he says,
trust in Hashem that whatever's supposed to come to you will come to you, and you
Yeah.
trust Hashem will get your funding back to you?
right, absolutely. Once again, we wonder to ourselves, well, how am I supposed to act like that? How could it be? What, I'm not supposed to get my money? This doesn't make any sense. So you say, why? 1 second over here. I listened to the life of Bitachon. Is it my ishtadlis which is going to result in me getting that money back? The only way I'm going to get that money back is because I asked this guy, which the Pele Yoetz says is usher for me to do. since I know he doesn't have it? Hashem is the one who's running the world. I'm going to get back that money. And if I don't get back that money, so that's also the hashgachas Hashem. It's also the hashgachas Hashem. It's kaparas avonos. It's kaparas avonos. It's soap and shampoo. So whenever we wonder to ourselves how we're supposed to act in this way, how what we're supposed to be a malach. No, you don't need to be a malach. You just need to know what the emes is. You need to know that Hashem is the one who runs the world. And it's all tov, it's all chesed, it's all rachamim. Every kol the Ovid Rachmana l'tov Ovid. That's what Rabbi Akiva said. The Gemara in Brachos, and it's brought in the Shulchan Aruch that la'olam, in all cases, a person must say everything that Hashem does is good. Okay.
What about, I presume since you can't repay a debt on Shabbat, if you pass this fellow on Shabbat, you could certainly give him a good Shabbos without any, how can I say it? Without any hint of being able to collect the debt since it's Shabbat.
Okay, so that's an interesting point. In other words, he's not worried right now because he knows that you're not going to ask him about the money.
Exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't talk about money on Shabbos.
Don't talk about money on Shabbos. So he's not worried you're going to come over and say, remember the money. He's not going to do that.
No.
Okay. So you won't be causing him fear or aggravation or nervousness when he sees you walking over.
Right. I mean, that's what I would think.
And he'll figure that the only reason why you want to come over and say good Shabbos to him is because you want to say good Shabbos to him, right?
Exactly.
And shouldn't he think that because every other Shabbos you go over to him and say good Shabbos to him. So this Shabbos is no different.
Right.
You want to say good Shabbos. That's why he's coming over. Okay. I hear. Yeah. Okay. Okay, next paragraph. A man is not allowed. Now we go to Mayor, please. And welcome to Roy.
Thank you.
Maybe this sort of answers my question too a little bit. A man is not allowed to give verbal interest, for example, to greet someone from whom he borrowed, unless he was accustomed to do so before he took the loan. That's just what you said. Or to offer words of gratitude when he repays him. A borrower should be cautious in this matter and just say, may you merit to do a mitzvah. His creditor should respond with a customary blessing. Okay. That's interesting.
So actually, this is from the other side. This is from the side of the borrower. He also has halachas about saying good Shabbos to his lender. If he doesn't really usually go over to the person and say good Shabbos, so it would seem that it's called ribis devorim. It's called giving interest back in words. because generally you don't ever go and say good Shabbos to him, generally speaking. And now that this guy did you a favor, he gave you $1,000 loan. So then you want to go over and so to speak, say good Shabbos to him. So the halacha says that is forbidden. That's a type of, it's a form of ribbus. Now this is not a deraisa isser. This is not the deraisa isser of giving back ribbus when you loan the money. But it's a derabanan, and it's brought in the Shulchan Aruch. It's definitely the halacha, and also and when he says even when a person does pay back, he advises the person should be cautious about what he says to this to the lender, and you could give him a bracha. He says you could say, "May you merit to do mitzvahs, tiskul mitzvahs, right? Tiskul mitzvahs." And then he says that the lender should respond, right? Because when you give somebody a bracha, so the other person responds in kind and also gives you a bracha.
Yep.
That's why when somebody says "Good morgen," what do you say back? You say "Good morgen" and a good year. Why do you have to say more than what he told you?
Good question.
But it's like throwing back into his face what he gave you.
When he gives you a bracha and you just say back to him, "Good morning," you didn't do what he did. You just made yourself that you're not a gazlan, because he gave you a bracha, so you give him back. Good, shkoyach, you're not a gazlan, but you want to do the same thing that he did to you. He came to you so to speak, unsolicited, and offered you a bracha before you offered him anything. So you want to do the same thing for him. So you, therefore, even though he did not say to you a good morgen and a good yar, you want to say back to him not only a good morgen, you want to say a good yar also. And like that, you were able to you were able to do what he did for you. Okay. Okay, next paragraph. It is prohibited. We go to Roy to read for us.
It is prohibited to speak in the synagogue, especially during the time of prayer and the reading of the Torah. Similarly, it is prohibited to speak when a person hears Kiddush, Havdalah, and the reading of the Megillah, so the cousin's repetition of the silent prayer and all the blessings that one satisfies through listening to another person's recitation. Similarly, it is prohibited to speak in between the blessing of redemption and the blessing of silent prayer, in between the blessing of hamotzi and tasting the bread, in between washing hands and eating, in between washing after the meal and grace after the meals. Bigaramazon. Likewise, it is prohibited to speak in between the hand and the head phylacteries, even for Kaddish and Kedusha.
Wow. Yeah, that's what the Chazal say, that that's already enough to send a person back from participating in the war. He's already called somebody who has a debit on his ledger. What's the debit that he has on his ledger? that he was in the middle of, he already put on his tefillin shel yad, and he didn't yet put on his tefillin shel rosh. So he's in the middle, really, over here. And he hears, all of a sudden, he hears the chazan say, kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. So he's not allowed to respond. Not allowed to respond, even to kedusha. He's not allowed to respond, and even to kaddish, to say Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbi, he's also not allowed. What is the idea actually? What's the idea over here between Yad and Rosh? That there should not be any interruption between performing the mitzvah of Shel Yad and Shel Rosh. What's that all about? You're in the middle of a mitzvah. You're in the middle of the mitzvah. The Rambam says that they're two separate mitzvahs, actually. But not everybody holds that they're two separate mitzvahs. That's why there's different customs about the brachas that are made on the tefillin. Some make just one bracha. They don't make a second bracha. Our custom is to make the second bracha on the Shel Rosh, but afterwards we say Baruch Shem, Kavod Malchuso L'Olam V'Ed. Why do we do that? When do you usually say Baruch Shem, Kavod Malchuso L'Olam V'Ed?
If you've made a mistake in a bracha.
Yeah, when you make a bracha levatala. So you say Baruch Shem. So it sounds like it's not even clear that we should. It's a very strange. I always was wondering about it. It's a very strange thing what we do. We do go ahead and make the bracha. We do go ahead and make the second bracha, but afterwards we say Baruch Shem. So we have our bases covered, so to speak. Okay.
So if I heard this once, I don't know if it's true. If you're in the middle of Shema and someone, you're saying Shema and
Right.
someone comes in and greets you.
Yeah.
I thought you were permitted to maybe not say it, but at least acknowledge the greeting, so that the person doesn't think that you're angry at him. But I heard that someplace.
Well, this is this issue that you are raising, Mayor, is the subject of Mishnayos in Maseches Brachos.
Oh, you have to check that out.
It's in. You want to know where it is? I could get it.
Okay, yeah, that would be great.
Oh, 1 second. Oh, I have even better than this. Okay, it's all right. Okay. 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 Perek base,
Okay,
Mishnah Gimel.
great.
Hakor Eshma. Oh, no, this is not what we want. 1 second.
This is in Brachos,
Yeah, Maseches Brachos.
and you're giving us a Mishnah, not a daf.
Well, it's there are Mishnayos about this subject, and oh boy, don't tell my grandchildren. Oy vey. Okay, well, let's see. It must be in the first parak. But I don't see it there either.
Hmm.
Oh, 1 second. Korb Torah v'hikias man prishma. Oh yeah, okay. The prakim show mipnei hakavod umeshiv ubeemsa show mipnei ayira umeshiv divrei meir. This is the Mishnah. Yehuda omer beemsa show mipnei ayira umeshiv mipnei hakavod. Prakim show mipnei hakavod umeshiv shalom l'kol adam.
Mm,
So this is hidden over here. These halakas are hidden in the first Mishnah, because if you read the first part of the Mishnah, it's not there. You got to keep reading and say, "Oh no, I didn't make a mistake. It's in the Seifa of the Mishnah." So this is
okay.
the first Mishnah in the second parak,
Oh,
and it
okay.
doesn't tell you specifically. I thought it did. It doesn't tell you specifically that it's talking what it's talking about. It just says baprokim. If you are between paragraphs, shoel mipnei hakavod umeshiv umeshiv. You can even ask some. You can even give a greeting to a person, and you can answer a greeting as well.
Oh,
Be'emsa, when you are in the middle of a paragraph, shoel mipnei ayira. If it's a matter of a non-Jewish king who can get quite upset and say off with his head, you can even greet him, even if you're in the middle. Omeshiv, and also you can obviously respond. Divrei Meir. And then Rabbi Yehuda says a little bit different. And then the next Mishnah says, and what's considered to be finish the paragraph, where's the end of the paragraph, where's the middle of the paragraph, and it gives you different places in the Birkas Kriya Shema, and also into the Shema itself. And of course there's also Gemaras about these Mishnayos as well. But this is where it is. This is in the second parak, in the first and the second Mishnah in the second parak in Maseches Brachos.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, here we've got a hot topic over here. The next topic.
Mm,
Alan is the next one to read.
Okay.
It is prohibited.
It's prohibited for man to reference Satan. Is that the one? No, no.
No.
The one?
Before
Well,
that,
Paragraph before.
Is prohibited to speak with women,
Mhm.
especially words of laughter, folly, and levity, which accustom a man to illicit relations. Even prohibited to inquire of the well-being of a woman from her husband, because one should not inquire of the well-being of a woman at all. This is the law of the Gemara and the Shulchan Aruch, not just a practice of extreme piety.
let's take a look in the Shulchan Aruch over here. He doesn't give a citation, unfortunately. But it is a Gemara, and in my Hebrew edition, it lists the citation as Kedushin 70b. Well, let's take a look over there. Let's see here. Do I have the Sefer? Oh, the Sefer is not here. Okay, maybe that's later. Let's just take a look in the Gemara first. Kodesh Baruch Hu Matahir. Second. Oh boy. Um,
70 is iron.
yeah. Okay, almost. Well, you should be ever after I day. Yeah. It's the bottom of the page. It's the bottom of 70A, and it goes on to 70B.
70A. Oh, 70A. Amar Shmuel.
Yeah. Amar Shmuel Kol Be'isha Erva Efsher Al Yadei Shliach. What does that mean?
Kol is a voice here, the voice of a woman.
Right. Oh, actually, that's not the beginning of the exchange over here. The beginning of this exchange starts with the statement of before that, It says in the second line from the bottom, nishader le mar shlomo lialta.
I see it.
So, is this also in the middle? This is also actually in the middle of this whole exchange over here. But let's not get too far. This I think is what is pertinent to our question over here. So in any case, one Amora says to the other, Nishada le mar, let the master send Shalma Lealta. Let him send greetings of peace, of Shalom, a greeting, Lealta. Yalta is I believe the name of the other one's wife. Rashi says, Yalta, Shem Ishto, that was his wife. Okay, so this is an exchange between Rav Nachman and Rav Yehuda. And it doesn't say who's talking because we're really in the middle of the exchange, and I just didn't want to start the conversation from the very beginning because that would take, that would, just wanted to make it as brief as possible. So that's what he said. Rav Nachman said to Rav Yehuda, he said, send a grusen stub. Send greetings to the house. And we know that means to, he even mentioned her name. He even mentioned his colleague's names, the name of the colleague's wife. Her name was Yalta. So Amar Le, Rabbi Yehuda says back to him, what are you doing over here? Hachi Amar Shmuel. Shmuel, this is what Shmuel said. Kol Isha, Kol Be'isha Erva. Now, listen to what he says over here. Kol Isha Erva. What is he bringing that halacha in for? What's that have to do with anything? We don't have any women singing over here. What's going on? So Rashi explains what's the relevance of what Rabbi Yehuda is saying over here. This is the Rashi, the bottom line of the Rashis on the page 78. He said, so said Shmuel, Kol Be'isha Erva. The voice of a woman is Erva, is off limits for a man who's not married to her. Shenermar, Hashmi Enias Koleith, Pasuk in Shira Shirim. Let me hear your voice, because your voice is very, very beautiful, says over there. And they're very nice. So what? What's it have to do with us? Says Rashi, I'll tell you what it has to do. V'im eshal bishloma, if I'm going to ask about her welfare, tashiveni. She will answer me. But she's not there. Don't understand. Don't understand this right now. I don't understand. I mean, the wife is not there in their presence. Where's the Kol Isha over here? Oh, in other words, let's say that it would be the case that he would be asking, if I'm going to ask her directly. So when she's going to respond, I'm going to hear her voice.
But so what?
That's what
Kol Isha, we said was singing, not speaking.
that's what I said. But that's not what Yehuda says.
He says it's an erva to hear a woman speak.
Yeah. That's what the pasuk says. Hashmiyenu es kolech. Let me hear your voice, because your voice is very very alluring, very attractive. Pasuk in Shira Shiri.
And it's not referring to singing, it's referring to speaking.
Says kolech, your voice. Kolech is the sound of your voice. Okay. So now, but still, Yalta's not here. So we're still one step away. Even if we accept, for the sake of the argument over here, that we're talking about just a woman talking, but we didn't hear any woman talking over here. He's not. This is all we have over here in this story is Rav Nachman and Rav Yehuda. We don't have his wife. His wife is not standing there. He's not asking her anything. She's not responding to him directly. So what is the relevance of this statement, Kol Be'isha Erva? So then
You should read further, because she actually overheard.
That's the end of the Rashi.
Oh, that's the Rashi, but in the Gemara, she overheard.
let's see, 1 second. Then Rav Nachman said back to him, though, a very logical thing. He said back to him, but Efshar al Yedei Shliach. Rav Nachman is saying to Rav Yehuda, I'm not talking to your wife. You're the one who's going to relay my message to her, that I'm inquiring about her. I'm saying shalom to her, I'm sending greetings of shalom to her, and then she's gonna. What is she? I'm not gonna hear her voice. That's what Rav Nachman was saying back to him.
I like it.
Efshar al Yedei Shliach. What's the difference whether Kol Isha is Erva? Even if Kol Isha is Erva, but I'm not listening to her respond to me. She's not here. I'm asking you to give greetings. So that's what Rav Nachman tained. Rav Nachman disagreed with Rav Yehuda's response. So what does Rav Yehuda say back? Amalei, Hachi Amar Shmuel. This is what Shmuel said. Ein sholim b'shalom isha. Al yedei ba'ala. One is not, Shmuel said one is not allowed to be shoel b'shalom isha al yidei bala, by using her husband as a shliach. Let's see what Rashi says over here. Ein sholim b'shalom isha. This is the first Rashi on the top of the page. Oh, 1 second. We didn't read the last Rashi on Amud Aleph. Amalei Rav Nachman. Rav Nachman said back to Reb Yehuda, I don't understand you, Reb Yehuda. What's the problem? Even if you don't, even if you say that I, who's not her husband, should not hear her speak, but nevertheless, I'm not hearing her speak. I'm sending the greeting to you. So through you as a shliach. Says Rashi, Efsher nishloach lo shilas shalom al yidei shliach. It's certain Rav Nachman held that it's totally permissible to use the husband as a emissary to send greetings to Reb Yehuda's wife. Okay, so that's what Rav Nachman held. But on the top of Amud Beis, we see that that he said that he responded back to him, no, Ein sholim shalom be'isha al yidei bala. One cannot even do that, even through a shliach. Let's see what Rashi says over here. Ein sholim b'sholom isha. What's the okay, says Rashi, Shema mitoch she'ilas shalom, perhaps on account of this, that she receives a greeting from another man, Yiyu regilim ze im ze, ayidei shlucham, v'yavo lidei chiba. Again, Shema mitoch she'ilas shalom may be due to this greeting that was given. Right, Rav Nachman is asking Reb Yehuda to go home and say to his wife Yalta, "Oh, my dear wife Yalta, my friend and colleague Rav Nachman gives you greetings of peace. He wanted to send them to you." Okay, and so now what's going to be as a result of that? Shema mitok shilas shalom yiyu regilim ze im ze. Maybe on account of this greeting that was sent, they're going to be these two people who are not married to one another. They're going to be regilim. They're going to be regular about this matter. Now, I would assume over here what it means is they'll be regular in, what is she going to, they're going to be regular about exchanging greetings with one another. That would seem to be you would when one person sends you a greeting, what do you usually do? You say, "Oh, please, I want to do the same thing as well. Let me send greetings to them as well." Well, maybe you'll say, "Oh, a woman wouldn't do that, to send greetings to a man." Perhaps not, but perhaps the next time also, Rav Nachman, when he chances to see his friend Rav Yehuda, he'll also send another greeting to the wife Yalta, and he'll become regular in that. Oh, Rav Yehuda comes home and he says to his wife, "Oh, you know, Rav Nachman, I saw him again today. He also today, he sends you his greetings. Okay? So maybe they're going to become regilim in sending greetings and receiving greetings. And what's wrong with that? Says Rashi, Al Yidei Shlucham, through by means of an emissary, V'yavo lidei chiba. They will come to have a chiba. They will come to chiba. They will have crossed the line.
What's chiva?
Chiba is thinking of one another in a way of endearment. There's a line that one should not cross. And this is going beyond the line.
So in other words, she'll start thinking fondly of him because he keeps saying, how are you?
Yeah.
That still doesn't explain how you make this the logical leap from a shliach to actually hearing her voice.
I've got here that if you send a shliach, not the husband, but just any other person, then he'll be in the same position as you would have been in. So he would hear her voice, and they might be attracted to each other. So that's out. Therefore, the only way of sending her a message would be through her husband.
Who says that?
I don't know. I've got it here on the Safaria.
Oh, they don't quote a source. Uh-huh. Okay.
There is a source quoted, but I don't know how to get to it. I'm not too sure. I think I'll commentary. Rashi. I don't. The commentaries not in. There's a Tosfos, but not in English.
See, this could be this Gemara. Oh, yeah, this is a Gemara. There's a companion Gemara in Brachos. Kaf Daled, Amud Aleph, 24a. Brings the same exchange. So maybe Rashi explains more over there.
Also, where did you say in Brachos?
Yeah, Brachos 24a.
Okay. Oh, it's getting late. Okay.
Oh, it's late? Oh, okay, it's too late. We're in the
11:34.
Yeah.
So, Rosh.
Okay, Yashikoyak, everybody.
Okay,
Have
thank
a
you.
great day to Mayor. Good day
Okay.
to Mayor.
Have a good day, everyone.
Let's look up.
All right, see you. And send regards to your wife.
I will do that. Thank you.
We've been saying doing it all the time.
Okay.
Just refuah shalema.
Amen. Thank you very much. Okay.